Okay. All right, so here is a rough copy of my lesson plan for tomorrow. And so I'm going to start off with word work, and I'm going to be introducing short E, and we're going to do a word sort because last week we worked on short A and word families that have short A. So we're going to do a word sort after I introduce him to some words. We read them together, and we've been doing like the head, shoulder, knee thing. Like if the word's hen, I'll do like hen. He likes that because he likes to move. And then I'm going to model the sort for him first. I'm going to read the word to him and have him put it either under A or E. And then we're going to mix the words up, and I'm going to have him read the words and sort them appropriately according to their vowel sound. And then I'll have him on a whiteboard, like the mini whiteboards. I'll read him like 3 short E words and 3 short A, and he'll write them on the whiteboard. All right, so that's word work. And then for fluency, since we're working on short E, we're going to echo read the book, Which Pet is Best? So we're going to echo read it first, and then practice choral reading with him and talk about fluency. Just what does a good reader sound like is what we've been saying, so he can understand. And then for comprehension, we're going to be working on retelling, and I'm going to model for him placing like pictures in order, like sequential order. Okay, what picture happened first, next, last, and then I'm going to give him a different set of pictures and have him do the same thing. And then we're going to reread a book from today called In the Van. And as we're reading, we'll be talking about, checking his understanding what's happening in the story. And I'm going to have him fill out a graphic organizer, drawing a picture, what happened in the beginning, what happened in the middle, and what happened in the end, and also have him explain it to me as he's drawing it. And then for writing, I think we're just going to work on sentence formation, and I'm going to have him write a sentence under each picture that he drew for beginning, middle, end. And I'm going to talk to him about starting with a capital, ending with a period, and I'm going to check to see that he's getting his beginning and ending sounds as he's writing. So, yeah, that's it for tomorrow.
Okay, so you're focusing on, I guess, all 4 areas in every lesson? Is that how you've been structuring it?
Yeah, that's how I've been doing it. I mean, sometimes we like run through things pretty quickly, and he likes to get up and move, and so I've been able to fit all 4 things in for every lesson.
Okay. And why do you feel this is a good lesson at this time?
I feel it's a good lesson because I am building on his strengths. He does know his short vowel sounds, but he does have a hard time like blending them together with other letters when reading. So he does know the sounds, so I think it's important to keep his confidence up. So I think starting with that for the word sort is good for word work. And with fluency, I think it's just important that he's aware of what good reading sounds like, and that we're practicing that together. Comprehension, he had when looking at the testing that I did with him in the beginning, the pre-primer level, I read it aloud to him. He could answer a lot of the right there questions, but he had a really hard time retelling. So I decided just to start with, putting things in order, basic, beginning, middle, end, and then eventually move into adding in characters and where the story took place. But for now, I'm just sticking with beginning, middle, end. And with writing, he can form his letters accurately, but I have noticed that he's not starting with a capital, ending with a period. So I think we could just work on that a little more.
Okay, so you're saying you looked at basically a combination of the testing,
right,
and the strengths and weaknesses that you've noticed from
right.
working with him?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Let's see. So we went over what you're doing first, next, and last.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any specific way that you close the lesson usually?
I usually close with him we end with comprehension usually, or writing. So, and then, he likes to hang his work up, and we do that, and then we talk about, what was one thing you learned to do as a reader, and if we're doing writing as a writer today, and we talk about that, today we did, what was one thing you learned to do, and we started with the beginning, middle, end, and he's like, I learned how to figure out what happens in the story from start to finish, so we normally do something like that.
So just giving him a chance to reflect, I guess.
Yeah, give him a chance to reflect.
Okay. Let's see. What will you see or hear your tutee doing that will indicate that your lesson is successful, that he's, I guess, meeting your goals for him?
Well, with the word sort, just, it's pretty informal, but just, observing, making sure he's putting the words in under short A and the correct words under short E, and then when he's writing them, that he's spelling them accurately. Fluency, I like to listen to him when we're doing the echo reading, especially, because he listens to me read it first, and is he kind of mimicking what I'm doing? Is he paying attention, but also paying attention to the words, using his finger? We've been practicing that. Like I said, in writing, this is going to be the first time I'm instructing him on capitals and periods, so I think I'm really going to be looking for the way if he's using beginning and ending sounds in his writing. And with comprehension, just being able to retell the story to me and then have it in sequential order of what happened, beginning, middle, end.
And when he's retelling, is it going to be something he says out loud to you?
Yeah, I think I am going to have him say it out loud. Ask him first before he actually starts to do the graphic organizer. Let's talk about the story. And we're going to be doing that during reading also. What's happening, and then after, let's talk about what happened in the beginning, what happened in the middle, and what happened in the end.
And then for the word sort, is he just sorting quietly, or is he sorting as he reads the words out loud?
Yeah, I like to have him read them out loud and then sort. I think because it's better for him to hear himself say the word and then decide where it goes.
Like reinforcement.
Right, yeah.
Okay. And then for this lesson, what is it that you want me to look for while I'm observing?
Okay. So I was thinking to look for, I find that I have to, reinforce or redirect him, clarify, rephrase things, give him extra support. And I'm not sure if I'm doing that too much, or I'm giving too much support, or, how many times, if he's really just not understanding. So if you could just look for, if I make, a chart and just have how many times am I redirecting, how many times am I clarifying, rephrasing, or how many times am I really having to provide extra support? I know the last time, when we were doing the at, and I kept having to, help him sound it out, cover it, over and over again. So I just want to see, how many times I am doing that.
And do you want me to write examples too, like you're going to do on mine, or just tallies?
You can just do tallies, but, yeah, I mean, if you want, you can do examples, but you don't have to. Because if I write, redirecting, clarifying, rephrasing, support, you can just do tallies next to which one it was. That's fine.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, sounds good.
Sounds good. All right.
Okay.